Alright, so I decided to make a little bit of a longer video here instead of just 1 minute uploads on YouTube shorts. So I'm gonna make a bit of a longer one here. These are our potatoes in our vegetable garden out here. These are all volunteer potatoes. In other words, we planted nothing in this year. This is all of these potatoes that you see here as I walk along this row are all volunteers, meaning they came up from last year. And the reason for that is because we did not dig our potatoes up last year. And the reason we didn't is because we got so busy last summer with the bridge, and our bridge actually gave out on us over our creek, and I had to go out, and the neighbors helped, and we had to build our bridge back up. And this garden that we had all these plans for, especially my wife, really came not to too much fruition. We are much more prepared this year, and so all of these are potatoes. I know these are a little bit close. We'll probably have to spread them further out. I'm not sure what we're gonna do there. These are tomatoes, the second row here. These tomatoes were bought from an Amish community. The starts were in their greenhouse. These ones are sweet million tomatoes, and they're looking pretty healthy. I do notice some white spots on the leaves. If I can just focus, there it is. On some of them, and it's not mildew, I don't believe, unless they got mildew in the greenhouse at the Amish. I'm not sure if it is that. They say you should cut the leaves off that have the mildew, which I might do, because you don't want that to spread. But another thing I read online, it could be, is lack of zinc or iron or something to that effect. Got to research that. Now with these tomatoes, when I put them in, because the ground is so clayey out here, just look at this, it gets very hard at the top. So on advice from our farmer neighbor, and he's been farming his whole life, he's in his 70s now, he says when you put them in, right? You dig your hole, loosen your ground, put it in, water it, and then you take dry sand and you put it over that in order to keep the top of the ground soft, so it doesn't harden, you know, because your roots need oxygen and so on and so forth. And so I did that, but in addition to that, I decided to put some mulch around these tomatoes, therefore locking in even more moisture and also preventing weeds coming up from underneath. You can see, look how nice and wet the ground is under here. Look at that, that's awesome. So therefore have to water it less. I also put a fish liquid fertilizer mixed with water on these tomatoes because the leaves were starting to lighten, and since applying that, it has at least the new leaves are gaining some good color in them. Even the old ones are starting to perk out. Let's see here. These tomatoes are from here are the early gold tomatoes. These four. If it would focus, there we go. Early gold tomatoes. And then these ones from here are sweet million, or sweet, what's this, sweet million tomatoes, getting flowers on them, so that's awesome. Going on up here, we start getting to the big what's this, burpee big boy tomatoes. They're a little bit smaller. They probably got started later, but there again you see that white on there, and it's very dry. I don't think that's moldy. Do you think that it's lacking iron or something? So I'll have to fix that up. Our garden has a bad reputation for weeds growing in here, and so we'll have to stay on top of it this year. You can see we kind of spaced the rows pretty far so we can run the hand tiller through here. Unfortunately, we don't have a rear end tiller. We've only got a front end tiller, so it's quite a hassle. Just run it through here every few weeks or so, and then just use our hoe and scrape out any of these little weeds starting to make their comeback here, and just stay on top of it this year. Down here we have lovely peppers. You can see the flowers developing on them. They're starting to bud. Here at the top we have jalapenos. I know I probably butchered the pronunciation. Jalapenos, whatever. They're looking good. That goes up to here. And then from here we have sweet banana peppers, the ones that are starting to flower beautifully here. From here we have Big Bertha sweet peppers. And they're looking good so far. These ones I've still got to actually fertilize, and I'm gonna do that this evening when the sun's gone down a bit. And then yeah, we have our cayenne peppers. They're all flowering, looking beautiful. And then my wife put some seeds in the ground here, and she's still busy putting some more in. She's put some in there. We've still got the rest of the garden to do, but next I'm gonna go look at the cabbages. Cabbage starts we bought from the Amish, and they're not looking too great, and the reason for that is probably need some fertilizer as well. Want to put some mulch around these two as they grow. What is looking wonderful, yeah, I don't know why my wife only bought one, but it's celery and it's looking amazing. Look at this, there's bugs already coming onto this. Look, right there's a little bug. Now we are doing organic farming, so we'll probably use an insecticidal soap mixed with vegetable oil, and you know, as a natural bug deterrent, and we'll probably, you know, spray it with that and just stay on top of things. We still have the, whoa, this bug doesn't, shit, bug just nearly flew into me. Anyway, we still got the rest of all this to get seeds and starts in the ground, and further up there too. There's our crazy chickens. So yeah, you know, stay tuned. Let's see what we can do with this garden this year. Learn from our mistakes, learn from our successes, and you know, that's the way we do it. Knowledge is power. So subscribe for more. And by the way, I'm not gonna put wire cages up for the tomatoes and peppers. I'm putting a pole up there, or and one up here, and then in between we'll put tomato stakes or tobacco stakes, whatever, and then do the string method, where you take a piece of string, wrap it around the tomatoes as they grow, and then run it back again and build it higher and higher so they have something to lean on. So that is it for now. Some of these peppers, instead of using wood chip for mulch, we just use the chicken coop, straw or hay that comes out the chicken coop. Good for the ground anyway. So like I say, stay tuned. We also just put an electric fence around you on a solar panel. just to keep things out. That's just for now. We might do something else with it in the future. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. Watch the progression, subscribe, and stay tuned. Let's see what we can do. You guys have a good one. First time homesteaders. What is it, Kiwi? Sterling, Mr. Rooster, Cocoa Heart. Hey, say hello to everyone, sweetie. Yeah, look at your beautiful face. Meow, meow.